The drama surrounding Sophie Cunningham didn't just explode because of a single play. It erupted because of what that moment represented: a shift in tone, a shift in identity, and a clear message sent across the entire league that the Indiana Fever are no longer willing to be pushed around. What began as a routine preseason matchup quickly turned into one of the most talked about sequences in recent WNBA memory, fueled not by the official broadcast, but by raw, unfiltered fan footage that revealed a far more intense reality unfolding on the court. Inside the arena, the energy was already building. A high-profile clash between the Fever and the New York Liberty promised excitement, but what fans witnessed went far beyond competitive basketball. It became a physical battle, a test of boundaries, and a defining moment for a team determined to protect its most valuable asset. And at the center of it all stood Caitlin Clark, the rising superstar whose presence has already begun reshaping the league. But with that spotlight came relentless pressure, and more importantly, relentless physicality. For much of the game, that physicality seemed to escalate unchecked. Defenders crowded Clark, hands constantly reaching, bodies constantly leaning, every possession turning into a wrestling match disguised as defense. It was the kind of environment designed to disrupt rhythm, to frustrate, and to wear down even the most gifted players. And for a while, it worked. The Liberty strategy was clear: test the limits, push the boundaries, and see how much contact would be tolerated. Then came the moment that changed everything. Breanna Stewart, one of the league's most respected and accomplished players, collided with Cunningham in a sequence that immediately drew attention. What might have been dismissed as incidental contact in real time looked far more deliberate. When slowed down, dissected, and replayed across social media, the debate ignited instantly. Was it just aggressive basketball, or did it cross into something more questionable? But the real story wasn't just the contact itself. It was the response. Cunningham didn't complain. She didn't look to the officials for help. Instead, she absorbed the hit and recalibrated. And from that moment forward, her presence on the court transformed completely. She became more than just a role player. She became an enforcer. Every movement she made carried intent. Every screen she set carried weight. She positioned herself not just as a teammate, but as a shield. When Clark handled the ball, Cunningham was there, creating space, absorbing contact, and sending a clear signal that any attempt to overpower the Fever's star would come at a cost. It wasn't subtle, and it wasn't meant to be. It was a declaration. One sequence in particular captured the essence of that transformation. As Clark drove into the lane, a defender closed in from the side, anticipating an easy disruption. But Cunningham arrived first. Planting herself firmly, she delivered a screen that didn't just redirect the defender, it erased them from the play entirely. The reaction was immediate, dramatic, and controversial. The defender hit the floor, arms raised, appealing for a call. But what the footage revealed was something different. It showed control, positioning, and a player fully aware of the fine line she was walking. That moment spread across the internet within minutes. Clips, slow-motion breakdowns, and side-by-side comparisons flooded timelines. Fans debated, analysts dissected, and the narrative quickly shifted. Cunningham wasn't just playing hard, she was redefining the tone of the game. And in doing so, she was forcing the league to confront a larger question about physicality, enforcement, and protection. For Clark, the impact was immediate and undeniable. The constant pressure eased, even if only slightly. Defenders hesitated, aware now that their actions would be met with equal intensity. It created a ripple effect that extended beyond a single game. It altered perception. It introduced doubt into opposing strategies. And perhaps most importantly, it gave the Fever something they had been lacking: a sense of controlled aggression that balanced skill with resilience. This wasn't just about one game or one viral moment. It was about identity. The Fever are evolving, and Cunningham's role in that evolution cannot be overstated. After months of recovery from a serious knee injury, questions lingered about whether she could return to her previous form. But what she displayed on that court answered those questions emphatically. Not only was she back, she was sharper, more focused, and more determined than ever. Her performance extended beyond physical presence. She contributed efficiently on offense, made key plays at crucial moments, and delivered a level of intensity that energized the entire roster. It was the kind of performance that doesn't always dominate headlines statistically, but leaves a lasting imprint on the game itself. Off the court, the impact continued. A viral social media post captured Cunningham celebrating, embracing her role, and connecting with fans in a way that felt authentic and unfiltered. It reinforced what the footage had already shown. This wasn't just a player filling a role. This was a personality, a presence, and a cultural force within the team. For the Fever organization, the implications are significant. Cunningham's value extends far beyond her contract. She influences how opponents approach games, how teammates respond under pressure, and how the team is perceived across the league. In a sport where margins are thin and momentum is everything, that kind of impact is invaluable. Meanwhile, the Liberty are left to reassess. Their strategy, while effective in moments, now carries added scrutiny. The line between aggressive defense and excessive contact has become a focal point, and how they adapt moving forward will be closely watched. Because if this game proved anything, it's that the response to physical play can be just as powerful as the play itself. As the season approaches, this moment will linger, not just as a viral clip, but as a turning point. A reminder that basketball is as much about mentality as it is about skill. That presence, toughness, and timing can shift narratives in an instant. And now the question becomes unavoidable. Was this just a preseason flashpoint or the beginning of something much bigger? Can Sophie Cunningham maintain this level of intensity without crossing the line too often? And how will the rest of the league respond now that the Indiana Fever have made their stance so clear? If you want more deep story-driven breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big moment. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this elite toughness, or did it go too far? And which team do you think is best prepared to handle this new physical version of the Indiana Fever?